Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aliana Sabrina binti Ismadi and I am from MC 11018 and my speech today is about psychological disorders. Did you know that a lot of teenagers nowadays has begun to suffer from psychological disorder? Anxiety disorder are one of them. It is one of the most common psychological disorders out there. Firstly, we need to know what is anxiety. Anxiety is a normal feeling that everyone has. It is like a feeling of anxious or when you worry about something that might have or not happen yet. For example, you are waiting for your exam result to come out and you overthinking it that you might fail this exam and you started having negative thoughts about it and worry about it, which is fine. Every person has something that they are worried about because it is a normal feeling. But what not normal is when you are having anxiety disorders, which is when you're overwhelmed by anxiousness and fear. Having anxiety disorders can make you wanting not to go to class or family gathering and even public places that makes you need to have an interaction with other people. You hated it. You felt like everyone is judging everything about you from the way you look as a person, so that why you started to avoid people for the interaction. There are many different types of anxiety disorders, such as panic disorder, phobia, agoraphobia, and many more. If you notice anyone around you that seems a bit different and act like this, where they would avoid talking to someone in some of the situation, or even you are the one that acted like this, I suggest that you get some help by seeing a psychiatrist, and they might prescription you with antidepressant. So please, I hope we can look around and see if our friend need our help, as it is not a pleasant feelings to have an anxiety disorders. Having depressions also has been increasing lately, especially in teenagers. Depression is a mood disorders, and it is a feeling of emptiness, sadness, or anger that interfere with a person in a daily life. Well, many people have a different experience with depression. It interrupts someone from having no motivation at all from doing their work, and they felt tired. They do not want to be productive, and they felt like they have no purpose in life. So why are they even trying to show that they are happy with everything that they are doing right now? There are many symptoms that may show you or anyone who has depression. For example, you will easily get irritated. You will easily get offended for something that everyone says about you. You felt like everyone is judging everything that you do. For example, you see that two person that is currently talking in front of you while looking at you. You might think that they are bad talking you, so you felt hurt and you kept thinking that they are judging you, and you cry for days and might experience not feeling wanted to eat. You will lock yourself in your room and starve yourself. It could take weeks for some people, and this could make yourself get into danger. Another symptom is that you don't get enough sleep, or you sleep too much. Some person even felt like they still don't have the energy after sleeping for more than 10 hours a day. They felt like they do not have the energy to wake up and do their work like a normal person would. Some people also have suffered from insomnia, which is a sleep disorder, that you are having trouble to fall asleep or staying in a sleep. Depression are common caused by family history. There are something that happens in your family that you don't know what to do, and it can triggers your depressions. Early childhood trauma is also one of the cause of depressions. For example, when you were kids, you always see your parents fight in front of you, and you felt scared because you can't do anything about it, and it can triggers you personally. And you always felt sad thinking about it. There are ways you can do to help with your depression, which is psychotherapy, where you go to a psychiatrist and talks about your problems with them, and they will suggest you ways on how you can cope with your negative feelings. Next is light therapy, which can help regulate your mood and help with your symptoms of depressions. Eating disorder is a disorder that is a condition that involves unhealthy eating and uneven eating pattern. It is a habit where they develop by starting with food, body weight, or body shape. People with eating disorders are commonly restricted with eating their food, and they tend to do a lot of exercising to the point where their body can't take it anymore until they vomit due to a lot of exercising that they do. It is an unhealthy habit that they insist on doing it even though it took a toll on their body. Eating disorders can cause by the pressure of other people to be thin. They have suffered from body image, and they felt like they need to become thin in order to become happy. A few symptoms that shows a person to have eating disorders are feeling that a certain food is dangerous to their body, even if the food is just like any other regular food. But they are afraid to eat that food just because they felt like that they can become fat by eating it. Next is when they are emotionally eating. It happens when they felt sad when they eat. They can get emotional just by eating the food, and if they don't get help, it can lead them to death as they did not get a lot of nutritious food for so many weeks and even months. It can cause unhealthiness and you can die from it. So please, if you see anyone that suffered from these symptoms, encourage them and take them to seek for professional help.